I'm a mile up. I'm all done. I did it for the science. I'm gonna idle. I don't even care if the engine dies. I just want to touch terra firma. My anxiety level is non-zero. Clouds are coming at me and I'm higher than they are. Currently at 1936, 2,000 feet. Flying into a headwind, which my research said was, well, I didn't go this high in my research, but at 250 meters, it was 12 miles an hour. So I should theoretically be making forward progress, but I'm not sure if I am. I think I'm gonna just chill here until those clouds go under my butt. $2,400 feet. 2,700 feet. This is my all-time high now. It's funny how you're nervous. Wow, the ocean looks a lot bigger up here. Instead of just seeing it on the horizon, you can just see it. See boats out there. $3,000 feet. I'm gonna say I don't think I like being this high. It's not enjoyable. I'm doing it for science. And I know other people have been way higher, right? Mark Honeycutt, 17,000 feet. But that dude's much more of a manly man than me. I'm a baby. When you're up this high, there's like a decoupling of what you feel and what you see. Everything, it looks smaller, but you feel, you know, big things with no visual input suggesting that something's happened. 3,500 feet. $3,800 feet. 4,100 feet. So my buddy Shane, he's become like the coolest guy to be a friend. I'm glad I met him. Glad he stalked me to work because I had my paramotor in the back of my truck. He said, what do you think about my goal? Within the first year of flying, I want to fly up to a mile. 5280. I said, oh, well that's, yeah, once you're comfortable, that should be easy. So I'm eating my words, and today I'm going to try to fly to a mile. I've been flying since late April, so May, June, July, May, June, 2 months, 2.5 months, less than 3 months. So yes, it is physically easy to hold the throttle down and go 4,300 feet. I am not full throttle because I'm nervous. But it is a mental challenge. He's a braver man than me. He scuba dives, does things that I think are scary. I rock climb, kind of mountain bike aggressively, but I don't really do scary things. And I'm gonna call this one of those scary things. 4,400 feet. At first I thought, oh, I'll try to fly over the river, go beachside, because we call this mainland. Then there's the barrier island that touches the Atlantic. But that's like 2 miles from mainland to the closest point of the island at Sebastian Inlet. It gets closer down there, in Vero. But the closer you go to Vero, you get close to that Class D airspace. 4,600 feet. You can easily see every place I've flown in Sebastian from here. Man, this is a trust building exercise. How much do I trust my gear? I do trust it. I love my wing, Baby Raptor. I love Big Sexy Beast, my motor. They have names. I treat them real nice because sometimes I might do stupid shit like fly a mile up, 4,900 feet. Although really it doesn't make a difference. If you fly 100 feet and shit goes bad versus a mile, either way you're gonna die. So except if you're above 1,000 feet, you can recover from pretty catastrophic collapses. Not completely catastrophic, right? Like if you're doing an infinity tumble and you land on your wing, you're not going to recover from that. But you wouldn't do that with my wing. It's not rated for anything like that. My crazy instructor, Lauren Michaels, I think can do an infinity tumble. He has a video on Instagram, one of his last posts, where he might be doing an infinity tumble. I can't really tell. It looks insane though. Oh, look! Do you see that? 5220, 5217. Still 5217. I'm a mile up. I'm all done. I did it for the science. I'm gonna idle. I don't even care if the engine dies. I just want to touch terra firma. My anxiety level is non-zero. I did it for the science. I did it for you, Shane. Because you asked, what do you think about my goal? Well, based on my experience, it's definitely possible. And yes, I was fighting a pointed right into the wind, which I should keep in mind so I don't get blown downwind. I did it. It was just a challenge as far as my fear, but I know you don't have fear because you're a superhuman man. So it'll be easy peasy. The first time Lauren Michaels lets you do a sunset flight, just gun the throttle. He'll say, hey, where are you going? kick your legs saying yes, 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 and just keep going. No, don't do that. Don't do things he doesn't tell you to do. I'll be the worst student ever. Former student. If I'm telling his future students to do bad things, don't do bad things, do good things. 4,800 feet. So, okay, I'm not going to touch the throttle. 20 minutes, 53 seconds, 47:38 feet. No more throttle. I marked the time, marked the altitude. This is also for science. Sorry. I'll explain. They say that these gliders have a 9-to-1 ratio, glide ratio, right? That's what they say. So if that's true, then the descent rate will show that. Because my forward flight, my airspeed, not ground speed, my airspeed on a calm day is about 24 miles an hour. So 24 miles an hour, you're descending at a known constant rate, which we're going to find out because science. Then that constant rate descent will match a 9-to-1 ratio of a 24 mile an hour airspeed. Now, if that's true, then the question is, how high do I need to be to fly over that 1.2, 2 mile, 1.4, whatever it is? How high do I have to be to safely cover that distance given some form of a headwind? Because there's never no wind, right? So, how high do I have to be? There's an equation that I've been thinking about, which I've never seen it written, so I'm formulating it on my own math. But I haven't actually taken paper and pencil, but you're going to have variables, right? So, your forward flight speed is going to be 24 miles an hour. The descent rate that we're finding out today is going to be another variable. You're going to have another variable of the vector of wind that's coming towards you. Side winds, I'm going to say, yeah, they probably do affect, like the lateral loading on the wing probably does affect the glide ratio because it might cause distortions in the airfoil and cause drag. But let's say it doesn't. Let's say that's negligible. Let's say just the vector of a headwind. What is that? And that's geometry, right? Simple high school geometry. You have the magnitude of the vector, which is whatever the wind speed is, but the angle onset directly into your flight path is the vector we're going to solve. So you take that, the other variables, and the output of that function, whatever that function looks like, will be the altitude I need to cover that distance. Because science. And you should have some sort of margin for error, right? So I get over there, but I don't want to touch the ground on the bank. I want to be 400 feet high at least, above a designated landing zone, like your emergency LZ. So the output of this function that I want is, if I'm flying that way and I hit my target altitude, by which point am I safe and I should proceed, even if my engine quits? Because that's deep. I don't want to die. I don't have flotation, which you really should if you're going to fly over that. Because what if I took a wing collapse, right? Well, I'm not even prepared for wing collapses. So there's that. Being up here at a mile, if I had like a catastrophic wing collapse because act of God took out my wing, I'd have a long time to think about why I didn't have a reserve on the way down. Those clouds are coming at me too. Currently 3350 feet. 24 minutes 50 seconds. Mark! What? Joke. By the way, I'm a nerd. Don't get blown into the wind. You might throw off my data. Oh, but I'm hitting brake too. That adds drag, right? So maybe I should just let it blow me. Blow me, wind. Blow me. Engine's still idling away. They say, Don't let your engine just idle for a long time because it's a two-stroke. But you know what? Knock on wood. My sexy beast is a sexy beast. So you know what? Boo to that advice. Is it wrong to listen to Post Malone while you're flying? Yeah. So when Mark Honeycutt went to 17,000 feet and his blood oxygen dropped below 90% because of hypoxia, how long did it take him to come down? I only went a mile. Man, that'd be scary. Yeah, there's no way I would go that high, ever. No. Just no. 1526, 1512, 1503 at 30 minutes, 10 seconds, 11 seconds. I have not touched throttle yet. But I am glad to have lost that 4,000 feet. Because that was a little scary. That was higher than the clouds. That's cool. Like legit clouds, not tiny. Well, it was a small cloud, but it was like a dense small cloud. That's neat. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna text Shane and say, hey man, I made a video just for you, buddy. Alright, so 564 feet, 32 minutes, 47 seconds. I don't have outs here, so I'm gonna... I love that Moster 185. It's a little low to not have done this before. Overshot it. That was awful. Yeah. My altimeter has drifted quite a bit. Negative 161 feet.